One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Duke's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Got it in the middle. It's Lockett. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Quarterback empties his backfield. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle. Pulled down for the tackle.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
After that last completion, it's second down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. They'll run play action. Still looking on the move. Rolling right and going deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Red Raiders offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Red Raiders come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Davis looking to pass. Pressure coming. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Davis will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Floats it out in space. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. The Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Headed to the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an... Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. On the run, fires downfield. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Davis looking to pass. Working that wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. But,
out of space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. Trying play action. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Fitted in the window for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. The Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete to the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll go to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
He wants to throw it again. Floating away. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And this offense put together a pretty good drive, man, but man, did they stall out. 3 straight incompletions, trying to find something that would work, but this defense, they stood up after giving up some yards and really finished this drive well.
Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Got his man. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go in that QB sneak on 3rd down, guys. He was trying to push and trying to drive, but he was just running into a wall. Nice job by the defense.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he drops the throw. Picked off to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
He's got it to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The RPO fired complete to the left. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play-action fake. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Davis will throw. Got him downfield. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he tacks on the extra point.
28-0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to block.
Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the...
Going deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Davis looking to pass. Quick strike complete. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham.
The Blue Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got the back in the middle. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. It's on target and complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much. But
makes the catch at the 20. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Red Raiders started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Davis will throw. Got his man in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They're up by 11 over Oregon State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard.
Looking for a deep man. Catch inside the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on...
Touchdown, Blue Devils! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to sling it on second down. Tight end getting vertical. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Timeout, Texas Tech.
Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Puts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They want to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown, Duke! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
Gathering up a head of steam out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The inside handoff. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Davis looking to pass. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it down the seam. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
Pass interference. Offense.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. It's one thing not to believe in punting, but to go for it that deep in your own end and give away a 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. Hard-hitting tackle. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Davis will throw. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Red Raiders are in the red zone. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side now. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Texas Tech, 56-2.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Now the play fake. Heel off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bringing the heat. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this deep...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Hit as he throws. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The give to the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.